podcast right now. It's the best one in the world.
And this is episode number 33 of the Cards Face Up podcast. I am your host, Mr. Ty Hill, a.k.a. Today we're going to be real politically correct, real PG-13, but in a very, very good way. So make sure you tuned in. Make sure you subscribe on all places that you're watching this also or listening to it. Make sure you subscribe so you're the first one to get it. Today I have three special guests with me, you feel me? And they're more than guests. They're more like family to me, my young family, you feel me? We got Dev, I can't call him Meatball no more. You told me he said his name ain't Meatball no more. So Metrius, you feel me? And we got Tay Bang. What's going on, y'all?
What's up?
Living. What's up?
Living.
Okay, that's a good thing. I love to see y'all living. Y'all know I try to check up on y'all, make sure everybody's well-being. So everybody well-being is going on. Y'all safe, y'all wonderful, y'all healthy. Corona ain't stressing y'all out too much, right?
Sure.
Okay. So let me do a little backstory to let the world know exactly what this is. These three young people right here, you feel me, all are 12th graders right now. And they all are former students of mine. For those that know me that have been paying attention to this podcast or paying attention to my life in XYZ, my background is a school teacher in education. So these three students I had the pleasure to teach when they were in the 8th grade. They are now in their last year of high school, and they're graduating in what? Less than 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I know COVID putting a damper on things, but I got a question. I wanted to make this show, first of all, geared towards you guys because y'all the future. Y'all young adults, so y'all have a voice too, and I wanted to make sure, just like I did in class, to make sure that your voice is always heard as well. So that was the big part of me wanting y'all on today. So I just have a few questions, a couple things I want to ask y'all. Dealing with the fact that y'all about to graduate, I remember what it was when I was about to graduate, the year 2003, and
Dang.
what you trying to say, man?
I was born in 2003.
I was graduating. Yo, so look, right, in 2003, I was about to graduate. And matter of fact, my graduation day, I remember everybody there crying. Like, everybody was hugging and crying. And I'm talking to students, not the mothers and fathers. Like, the students was hugging and crying. And I didn't understand what was going on because that just wasn't my lane of things to do. I'm not going to sit there and cry and hug. But it took me to get a little bit older to realize the ball of emotions that was actually going on in them. So I wanted to go through the list and ask y'all, what's going on through your mind right now? Is it anxiety, like anxiousness? Is it scary? Like, y'all scared right now? What's on your mind? Let's start with you, Dev.
I mean, to be honest, I just look at it as another stage of growing up for real. I'm really excited more than anything because you feel me. It's like college in a couple months. Right afterwards, I gotta make a decision. So it's like wherever I choose, I may be living somewhere else for the next 4 years. So I wouldn't really say like I'm afraid or like scared. I'm just, you feel me? I'm ready for it.
Cool. Demetrius, what about you?
Well, I'm gonna have to agree. Me, I'm ready, pretty excited, but I can't speak for everybody because should be in the high school. People don't know what they want to do with their lives, so I guess that's where anxiety starts to come in because people don't know what they're gonna do for the next step. Like, oh, maybe I should have paid attention all these years. Come to realization. But me personally, I'm ready.
You're excited. You also an A student, ain't you?
Yeah.
You're a little bit different. See, all of y'all, I swear, y'all, I didn't choose these three students just because they're great students, but all of them are great students at the same time. So y'all perspective is going to be good. Bands, what about you? What's going on up in Tay Band's mind about graduating?
Yeah, I agree with both of them. I'm more ready than anything. I'm not nervous. I'm just excited. But when I was in 8th grade, I didn't want to go to college. 9th grade, I didn't want to go to college. 10th grade, I didn't want to go to college. 11th grade, I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to go to college to 12th grade because I know to get to where I need to be and to get more knowledge about music in general, I need to go to college. And I'm not even looking more into education. I'm looking more into living life, experiencing, networking,
Yeah.
and making connection with people that I know that's going to help me.
Okay, okay. And so college is in all three of y'all plans. That's a great thing. But y'all don't feel like Pete touched on something as far as y'all don't feel like it's pressure to have to make a decision of what y'all want to be yet right now, or do y'all feel pressure by like, the parents and family and things of that sort? Y'all don't do y'all feel the pressure?
No, I don't have any pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, the next 4 years of the college, this what you decide what you want to be. So this is it for real. Like you still have more time. Can't take it for granted.
I mean, it can be pressure because you asking 17, 18 years old to plan your life out.
Yeah, fact. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, in my family, it's probably like one other person that graduated from college. So it was like I'll be like right after him, and that's my uncle, and he up there in age for real. So it's like right now, it's like my family just waiting to see what college I'm gonna choose, what I'm gonna do. So it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'll be the first person going to college in my family.
That's what's up.
That's big. That's a lot to stand. I mean, it's got to be a lot to stand up to. It's got to be a lot for y'all to have that on y'all shoulders. But at the same time, as I always told y'all, and I hope y'all paid attention to certain words. You have room to make your mind up. You have room to kind of decide and be sure what you want to do. Don't take too much time and stuff like that, and don't sway away from what you want to do. Go out there and get it. Most of y'all have been able to, talk about things y'all wanted in life way before this time came. So it's just another thing. How far do y'all plan to go within y'all next step? Right now, just guessing. Again, not putting no pressure on y'all. How far do y'all plan to go? What's y'all goal? Let's start with Ben.
Can you rephrase your question one more time?
As far as how far do y'all plan to go in college? Is it a PhD? Like you just want that 4-year degree? You want to go to PhD? Doctorate things. What's your?
Oh yeah. I'm 4 years for me, but I was looking at another college called Full Sail University. There's only 2 years, but the price it was because it wasn't like no traditional college. It was basically like you in a studio 24/7 and you gotta do projects. But I couldn't go even though that was my top school.
And so that the world know exactly why you're thinking like that. You're thinking like that because your goal in life is to be what? Let them know what you
A
are.
rapper.
Okay, gotcha. Your rap name is Miss. Your rap name is Tay Bang.
Tay Bang, yeah.
Okay. All right. What, Dad, what about you? How far you plan to go?
4 years, cause you feel me. I want to major in like nursing. So as far as this, I have to go to college for like 4 years, and then if I want to like, you feel me, like advance after that, I gotta go to like medical school. So to be honest, this could really go from like 4 years up to like 8 years. And then as far as like I know right now, I got a scholarship from like this college in Boston, and that's like one of the top nursing schools in the country. So it's like, you feel me? I'm not gonna say it's like I'm not really worried about it, but I know for a fact it's gonna be like a good 4, maybe 6 years.
Okay. And what about you, mate?
I'm not going too crazy, not like into studying and stuff, but I am in a music band. I don't know if y'all know that. Like,
No, I didn't. Let us know.
Yeah, I don't know you.
and I'm in a group with the Peabody Institute. I don't know if y'all know what that is either. That's what the like.
Yeah,
I think we all know what that one is.
So, and I just been going to. I just be going places like playing music, marching bands, concert bands, like making all types of music, and I just be going to different colleges because I do want to be in a band. So, but it's nothing wrong with community college. It's nothing wrong with community college. So I might just go there 2 years, see what I'm gonna do next. It's just I'm just going through the motions.
Okay, look, I ain't here to pass judgment. Look, y'all know I'm y'all biggest fan. So whatever it is that y'all want to do, I just wanted to be, find out what it is, and y'all got room to make decisions and changes tomorrow if y'all want. So this is geared towards all of y'all too. Just asking because I want to get a, like I said, my biggest part of this show was to make sure that your words and things are understood. So right now, y'all all around 18 age, approaching or at. My question for y'all: do y'all have anybody that has been inspirational to your life or in your life? Why? And can't name a family member. Well, you can't name no one in your household, immediate household.
Um.
Like
Oh.
as far as
Inspirational,
like,
but as far as inspired you to be better, good,
You,
oh
great. What you said?
yeah, so
you.
See? Well, Benz, I appreciate that. I've inspired you.
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about it because that's what those are the things. And I didn't say this just so you could say me either. I just wanted to hear that you had inspiration because I hear a lot of kids say that's something that's missing out here. So you say I inspire. What made me inspirational to you?
Pushed me to be better, not as just a person, but as a music artist, because you know that I was trying to be a rapper when I was in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm. Got you. And I'm look, that's a blessing to me to be able to play that type of part in your life. I think you're great. My biggest thing has always been just making sure y'all push y'all potential. And I like I told you back then, you're great. So to see that you still have that mind frame of what you want to do and your goal that you want to obtain, and you still out there chasing it, man, that's a blessing. You doing wonderful. I'm proud of you. If ain't nobody said it today, it's 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. I should have been the first, probably the first one. But look, if ain't nobody said it today, I'm proud of you, say man. Dev, what
What
about
you
you?
get in first class?
uh, you said we can't really name a family member for real.
No, you can name a
We
family member.
could.
You can't name no one in your immediate household though. And the reason why, because
Uh,
I want people to be able to. Our households are supposed to inspire us. Our households are supposed to be, move a certain way. But we need people outside of that household that's inspiring us too. So I just wanted to see if those things are actually real within your life.
I probably got like a good 2, 3 people like what T Band said for real. Like you used to come in clutch with like dumb talks, especially in like middle school. Even when we didn't have your class, you feel me? Your classroom was always like a place somebody could duck off at. You feel me? Holler at you, rap at you, just get some advice. And around those times, you feel me? It was like that was when like you feel me? Everybody was really starting to grow up a little bit. Things were starting to get like wishy washy. So
Mm-hmm.
whereas though when I needed advice about okay, well, what path do I really want to go down? Do I want to stick with this crowd bit by bit, or do I want you feel me duck off and get myself together? It was like stuff like that. Who knows where I would be? You feel me? If I ain't never come and holler at you, like, bro, should I do this or OG? Should I? You feel me? So that's a
Oh man,
blessing, right? You feel me? That's just a blessing, right there. And then there's like another person who I can say really inspired me. You feel me? Was my man's Travis. Like we used to really rap every day. And back in middle school, we used to have that flag football team. You feel me? It was me,
mm-hmm.
Kamani, Randy, you feel me? All of us who we used to
Mm-hmm.
play. And Travis used to find his way to get on that van every single time we had a game. It ain't matter how far it was, where it was at. It ain't matter if he had to sneak behind you, get on the back of the van, what it was. We'll make sure he was there. And he used to always, you feel me, rap like, bro, this ain't for me, but like, you doing this, like you feel me, go to high school, you gonna go to college bit by bit. And yo used to really rap to me every morning, every night. So that's another person that I can say really just pushed me to make sure that I stayed on the right path. And the last person was it gotta be my uncle. Cause it's like he really set like a pathway to follow. Like he really, you feel me? No, like none of my brothers is like they never went to college and you feel me like excel and
Mm-hmm.
really surpass nobody. So it's like I really couldn't be like, yo, bro, you feel me? Cause he too busy doing other things. He don't really know about this, so I can't really go to him about it. But my uncle, you feel me? He got his masters and all that, so it's like you feel me. This is right here, so it's like
Okay,
he really just set that pavement to follow by.
that's dope, man. Look, I'm honored again. I thank you. And again, I didn't ask this question just for y'all to save me. I'm honored just to even know that I'm still thought about. You feel me? And that was my whole goal. I didn't even like it, first of all. So my whole goal was to make sure that I was inputting something in y'all life. So that means a lot to me. Rest in peace to Travis. You feel me? We're gonna get on that too. We're gonna get on. I want to touch that situation too because you brought it up. So I definitely want to hit that. Metris, what about you?
Well, you definitely did have an impact. I'm gonna say you too, because in all the classes you taught us how to express emotions, how to be in different scenarios, how to just to picture us in a real life world, and just to always just keep it real, because it was a different class, because it was actually, you know. And as far as high school, I'm gonna have to say two of my coaches. I'm gonna just call him Kev. I don't know his last name for I ain't really he was on a basketball team because yeah. And starting like my freshman year, when I had made the basketball team, I was on the bench for real, because I was still like my 8th grade self. I was still the exact same. I was fat. I was just big. I was slow. And
you ain't
and like
now, that don't even matter.
Yeah, and like every day, like after school, I would just see him like going to the gym. Like nobody else would be in the gym but him, and I wanted to be a part of that. So he will always like deny me because he thought I wasn't like trying to put in the work ethic. And like one day, I was just in that bitch by my excuse my language. and one day, I was in the gym by myself. 'Cause I wanted to get better by myself, and I see him walking in, and then he seen me, so he knew I was serious. And I'm just working. I'm just working my ass off. He just seen me, and because he was on one side and I was on the other side. We weren't paying each other no mind, but we knew we saw each other.
Right.
And then he said they called me Jelly Roll. He called me Jelly Roll. I was fat, and I had jelly rolls. He still call me that to this day. He like Jelly Roll. He said Jelly Roll, come over here.
He was never really fat, yo. Like
yeah, facts though, bro.
He said Jelly Roll, come over here. And then even though I was too tired, he knew I wanted to work. So since then, I've been working every day, like every school year. When the 10th grade was over, now, I don't know which year it was, but it was during the summer. I used to work out every day in the morning, and then I played football too.
Right, I remember you hit me up about your working out and your ethic and stuff. Sent me your whole like this with your homeboys with your chest all pumped out and stuff. So I remember you was putting in a lot of work, man. And again, I asked this question. I'm honored that I was mentioned. You feel me? Ever just to be mentioned in your life, it means a lot. But I asked this question simply because it's so important that we get inspiration outside of our household. Because y'all all have a great household, but some people don't. So I wanted to make sure we kind of figure it out. Do people have people that they can go to, people that they can talk to, people that they can express feelings to, get advice from? Good advice, because anybody will give you advice. But good advice, you feel me? Real advice, stuff that's actually going to be feeding to your life. And that's the things I wanted to make sure people still had. So you guys was a great a great way for me to get an understanding in the world, to get an understanding that that actually is real. People have that. So we're going to take a second real quick to shout out one of my sponsors for today, which is 5o'clockco.com. Make sure you go. Again, it's FIBEOCLOCKCO.com, where they specialize in men and women hair and body care. 100% organic company. Again, 100% organic, black owned. Go holler at Randy. He got curbside service. Hit him up at that website I just now said. Get you some products. Make sure you get with them. Now look, y'all are growing up in a different time than I grew up in. And simply because, you know, social media and everything is so easy to access. You feel me? When I was your age, we gonna rewind. When I was a little bit younger than y'all, I was losing a lot of homies to the street. But a lot of my homies was older than me because I was always the young. You know, when I was in middle school, all my friends was in high school, already had dropped out by that time. But by the time I got in high school, they definitely wasn't in school no more. You know, so I had to kind of go through those roads alone, but I was losing a lot of homies and stuff like that. Y'all actually lost a class member. Um, how does that play affect? How does that affect your life? You know, having somebody that y'all seen every day, um, and y'all lose them so early. So young Travis was how old when he got murdered? 16.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Again, rest in peace to Travis, one of the coolest young guys I know. Had a big spot in my heart for him. Y'all know how I was with him. I fuss and cuss him out all the time because he was doing crazy stuff. But it was he knew it was from love, and he used to tell me it. Um, how did that affect y'all, or did it not affect y'all? How is these things affecting y'all losing people that's the same age as y'all?
One of y'all want to go first? But so, cause I got a lot to say. So,
Go ahead. Who? Anybody? And I
What
know it's
did
hard. I know it's hard to express yourself, but how did it affect you? I mean,
what did affect me a lot, especially going to the funeral. But I know he watching down on us right now because I lost a couple of us, like my basketball teammate and other people for real. And it's not a lot I want to speak on, but I just know that they just up there and they're in a better place. So you just don't take life for granted. Cause I remember Travis. Cause I remember starting high school, Travis, he texted my phone. He was like, you go to Patterson? I'm like, yeah. He was like, all right, I'm ready to try to start going to school. I'm like, what? Like it cause it had shot me. I'm like, he go to my school, he ready to try to like start going to school. Cause I ain't see him in like forever. And then he started walking to my house because I remember, I forgot who house that is, like right next to mine. He's always like walk down to my house. I'm like, yo, you ready to make me late for basketball practice? Because we used to have it early in the morning.
mm-hmm.
And then he used to always be late still. And he's always just hold me up. I'm like, all right, at least he trying. At least he trying. So we used to always go to school sometimes, but then he stopped going, but then he started going back. By the scene, he started like paying the efforts. He was trying to change, so you know.
Right. And that's why I wanted to discuss this because y'all growing up in a time, and that's why I wanted to know y'all feelings on it because y'all growing up in a time, 16, you're not supposed to be late. You make mistakes, you make choices, you get in trouble. That's part of growing up. At least it was, and it should be. But now y'all not getting that privilege to even become who you're supposed to be because y'all being robbed of those opportunities. So I just wanted to know, how did it affect you? Travis affected me. Um, I speak on how I felt. I didn't go to the funeral. I went to the viewing. Um,
I remember you telling me that.
yeah, I wasn't doing the funeral. I didn't want to do the viewing. I don't like funerals. I don't like none of that stuff. But I wanted to pay my respect. I can't even recall if I went in. I know I went to the inside the building, but I don't recall walking to the casket or nothing, man. It was hard on me just because I saw so much potential. I knew, I've always gravitated to the kids that they consider to be bad. That's just who I gravitate to because that's never the truth. Like the kids they consider bad don't be the bad ones. It'd be the sneaky ones and the quiet ones that be the ones that be the worst. And at 16, if I was judged for every decision I made at that age, it wouldn't be fair because I did a lot of crazy stuff. So I understood those, like Devron, for a fact, when y'all get in trouble, I understand. I'm a cuss and fuss because I want you to be better. But it affected me from a big standpoint of it was sad. So it was sad. I wanted to see him grow. I was looking forward to seeing him grow. I love those success stories. I was looking forward to seeing that success. Devron, what about you?
I ain't really talked about this since the funeral for real. Like this still like even though it happened, you feel me, a while ago, this still like one of my like most heavy, you feel me, topics. Like it gets me emotional sometimes, you feel me, because it's like that was really like my right hand man. Like in middle school, it was like everybody used to always be like, oh, I don't like Travis. Travis this, Travis that. But it was like he ain't give a damn. It was like, okay, like you feel me? He just kept it pushing. And then it's like outside of school, nobody would really know, like you feel me, what we would go through. And like you said earlier, you feel me, like all of your homeboys is like older. I grew up around, you feel me, straight gangsters, like my brothers, that homeboys. So it was like walking in that school, you could really tell. Well, you feel me? I could really tell who was real, who was about it, and who wasn't. Like you could really see who was putting on a face just to look good in there. And that was really how Leaf Walk was, you feel me? Throughout middle school, you had people that was fronting, and you had people that was really about it, and you feel me? Outside of school, things was just way different. Like you knew the crowd that, you feel me, I hung out with. Like outside of school, things was really different. But it's like at this age, losing them, man, it felt like man, I don't know. Like remember that day like it was yesterday. I was sitting in here playing a game. Probably was like sometime in that, like it was probably like in the afternoon or the evening. It was sunny as hell that day. And I was just playing the game with Kamani for real. And then Deontay had FaceTime me. He was like, "Yeah, bro, you good bit by bit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. What you mean, bro?" He was like, "You ain't just see what Taylor posted." I'm like, "What?" So immediately my heart dropped my ass. I'm like, okay. So I go on Instagram and I'm like, I'm looking through her stories and she just like pull through trash. So I automatically call my brother because at the time I ain't had no car and I ain't had my license and all that. So I just straight called my brother like, yeah, I need you to take me to the hospital ASAP. Nah, as soon as my brother get here, I remember getting a phone call talking about he died. When I tell you, bro, like I'm ready to cry now, like just sitting here thinking about it. When I tell you I dropped to this damn floor, bro. Like that pain right there is something I don't never want to feel again. Like,
Oh, but
and then,
tear you up, and I don't even cry. Like,
bro, because it was like, you feel me? Like even like when like my mother still try to ask me about it, or like my friends, you feel me? I don't even talk about it with them because it was like that day was just so like messed up. And as soon as I got that phone call, like 5 minutes later, it was like it just started raining, started storming. Remind you, it was a sunny day, no clouds. Like it was crazy. Then I remember everybody just trying to figure out like where's the funeral gonna be, doing this and the third. And I didn't want to go to the viewing, but I remember Selena was trying to get me to go, and I could not do it. I'm like, nah, bro, I I ain't
what's
gonna
the
do it.
thing? Those are the things. And Baz, I know you probably don't want discuss it or how you felt, but these are the things that we do go through. And I just want to know what how much of a it's got to be hard. It's got to be hard on y'all because I know when I was going through certain things growing up, I used to always put myself in that position, and that could have been, and that's the scary part. Like, man, that could have been me. I've done worse things of that because it was a lot that people didn't know about Travis. People didn't know.
I swear to God.
Yeah, it was, and that those was the things. Like, even if you wanted to hate him, you couldn't. If you ever talked to him one on one, because he wasn't the person that he was outside. That wasn't who he was. He wasn't the person that that you'll see running and skipping class and stuff like that. That wasn't him. If you talk to him one on one,
He was
he had
smart, bro. Like he really
yeah,
had the brain. Like
he did. It was he was a cut from a different cloth. He was a special person, and I hate that the specialness didn't get a chance to do what it was without imagined it was going to do. But again, he's inspired you guys. Like for me, just to say, he's watching down. Dev, I know that he's watching on you. I know that you feel people with things of that sort. Bands, I like. How's these things affecting you?
yeah, I mean, it affected me a lot when I seen Taylor posting them because I mean, even after middle school, we didn't see each other a lot, but he would always hit my DM like, "Bands, what's up? You good? Bands, you still doing music?" Because in middle school, he was that only person that I can come to and really vent to. He didn't judge you for nothing, nothing at all. So I can come to him, call him 2 o'clock in the morning, vent to him about anything, and he'll listen and he'll give me the best advice he had, and he always supported me in my music. him and Devron, both of them two, they was the number one that I can really count on to really support me and push me in my music. So I really
Facts,
appreciate him for that.
facts.
I
I
still
remember
got
when you
all of our pictures
remember.
too from your party. Well, from Selena party
Yeah,
when you was
yeah.
performing. Yeah, I got all them pictures, all them videos. I be looking at them, bro. I look at them probably
Yeah.
like every night.
And
I swear to God.
Travis used to always go in the house, listen to my music, and record himself, listen to it, and then send it to me. Like, go listen to
Yeah,
my sis, support my sis.
That's
I
when
remember him
Snapchat
and
was
Devron
banging.
used to
Yeah.
run. I
Huh?
remember him and Devron used to run in there screaming your music and stuff like that. I think that's when you first
Nah,
changed your name. Remember she first changed to
yeah,
the Tin
Yeah.
bro.
Man.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's so I remember all of that, man. But all right, so we have that, like, and it wasn't just to make y'all sad and stuff like that, but these are real things that youth is going through. So I wanted the world to see those real raw emotions. Y'all also have to deal with when I was young, in like 1991, we had Rodney King getting beat up on TV, national TV. Y'all got to deal with the internet where everything is there. And it's plastered in your face every day, every day. If you got 100 friends and each one of them is posting the same thing, and it's just everything. How does those situations, what y'all growing up now, y'all had to see things like, the Mike Browns, the Freddie Gray, the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, just police murdering unarmed black people, people that look like you guys. How is that affecting y'all? Is it like, hey, that's life, you know, um, or is it like, because I remember, we used to get chased by police, or people around my way get beat up by police, and we kind of just brushed it off like it is what it is. They out there hustling this, that, and another. It was normal to us. It became normal to us. But y'all got to see it in real time with murders of unarmed black people. How is that actually affecting y'all at y'all age, 17 and 18 years old? Like, what is that making y'all think? Y'all, how y'all feel about police? How y'all feel about these situations? What is it doing to y'all mentally?
That's
Hey, I
crazy
want to.
because I still brush it off too, and like with the Breonna Taylor and all that. I'm not really into like all the politics and the policing and Black Lives Matter, which I feel bad about because like why it's not that I don't care, but why am I not into it? How I see everybody else into it. Like I seen everybody else do the Black Lives Matters and post the black screens on Instagram, and I was like, I'm not posting that. Like, what am I posting it for? So I think I need to like just take a step back and research more and understand why is it so important to everybody else.
Mm, I got you. What about you, Steph?
So at my school for real, I was kind of like known by the teachers for like, you feel me, just like whenever that topic of like Black Lives Matter came up, I used to always like go into detail with it and get in depth with it. Cause like growing up, I remember just seeing my brother get harassed by the police, and I remember like one day when we were just outside, he came and got me from school, and we went to go hang out with like his homeboys and stuff. And like I remember police just came up to him, asked him a question, they just started beating him like straight, like full on, really like beating this man. And I was just young at the age, so I really couldn't even do nothing. I'm just sitting there watching, like damn, like this really the world that we live in. So it was like seeing stuff like that, you feel me, just come back. It kind of shows that history just repeats itself over and over again. But it's like it's really not doing anything but getting worse. Cause let's say if they would have did that in today, you feel like today's society, they probably would have killed them. You feel me? No regards. They probably would have still been able to go home to their wife and kids, sleep good at night. That they don't care. You feel me? Like they don't really care about black people, and it shows. So it's like I support the Black Lives Matter movement and stuff like that, but in my opinion, I don't think it's never gonna change. Like I don't think it's never gonna get better. Like this is as good as it gonna get right here. You feel me? Like
I got you fully. I got you fully. Nature. What you over there? You hoodie mellow right now? Go ahead,
No, maybe.
talk to us, hoodie mellow.
I agree with Devon and 10 because at the end of the day, we just gonna have to accept it's gonna keep happening because how can I say it? Like we have powerful people that supports Black Lives Matter for real. It just teaches us to stay more cautious, and no matter how good we do, being Black, being successful, we gonna have to be on our P's and Q's because anything could happen. What's a good way of saying it? Like, what's a good way of saying it? Because
just say it. Just say it. Don't bite your words. Say, express your mind right off top. Just go ahead.
I was just thinking about what I was ready to say. But it'd be like that. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because they're gonna keep going against the system. Because us as Black people, we're in the system no matter what. No matter how long it's going on for, even though we have stuff to support us, it's just the system. We're still in it. Like, it doesn't matter. Just
so right
the
now,
counters.
Right now, and I think this was a dope question because everybody was kind of different just now. Y'all see how different that was around the board, but y'all all still went back to the same thing of y'all don't think it's gonna change. So y'all kind of feel like it's hopeless of even expecting any change from the police.
Man, to them, we just a statistic anyway. You feel me? So it's like,
Yeah,
man, it's been like this for years. I don't really expect nothing to change. Like,
I
as
think
far as
right.
Go ahead, me, bro. You feel me?
My bad. Yeah, you're right. It is really hopeless because even though we want to fight back, the only thing that it's doing is just making a worse image on us. You know.
I used to have a thing that I put in every classroom I taught in over top of the door before you guys left. If you think about any classroom I was in, I had something over top of the door, and y'all probably ain't gonna remember it, but it's basically stating, "Be the change that you want to see." Be the change that you want to see. And another reason why I chose you guys to come on is because of your positivity and me knowing exactly, your heart, your struggles, your I've talked one on one with all y'all in different ways, and I've been able to capture certain things from y'all that others probably haven't. And I know how powerful y'all are. And these conversations, honestly, with our youth are disheartening many times for me because I hate that y'all feel so beat down to think that we can't change things.
But it's like we got reasons to think that, you feel me? Because it's like me, I like to do my research on a lot of things, and it's like we look at Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Martin Luther King Jr. He wanted to take the safe route, you feel me? He wanted to try to solve things, you feel me, with nonviolence. He wanted to speak things out, and we seen how that shit ended, you feel me? That ended up with more Black people dying and more Black people being in prison. Then we look at Malcolm X. He tried to do, you feel me? He was real militant, you feel me? He wasn't going for none of that. He really just wanted to get down to the nitty gritty because he wanted, you feel me, us Black people to do better. And that ended even worse. After that, it was really okay. The white people started thinking, okay, now these niggas trying to fight back. And now they really be trying to keep us, you feel me, away from the knowledge. And they know that, you feel me, they hide knowledge in books because they know that Black teenagers and Black men and females not really gonna go and look for this shit in a book. They're not gonna sit here and open a book and learn how to make money, how to start your own business, how to become an entrepreneur. You feel me? They hide things like this from us for a reason because, you feel me, Black people, if we really stand up and you feel me, we really flip the tables. Oh, it's raps. Like, but we would never know that because nobody will never sit down and open their mouth. You feel me? Or never. You feel me? Like, they don't care. Niggas rather go sell
that's why
a quick dime for $10 instead of sitting here trying to invest $10 into a stock market or something like that. Like, it is bogus to me.
that's why we have you. That's why we have you. So again, you have to be the change that you want to see. That's we have you for that exact reason. Devron, me and you talk for real, man. You're a special guy. You always have been.
Appreciate it.
But we are we have to create those changes that we want to see. And not to put more on you because y'all got enough stuff to worry about already. You feel me? But Tay Bands just now did a song to Corona, dedicated to Corona and all of that type of stuff. Me has been out here doing what he does, pushing towards his school, his athleticism, his body, because your body is important. He felt as though he was fat. I didn't never think I was also very, very fat. So it was maybe I had a soft spot for what or a misunderstanding of what fat was, but I didn't think he was fat. But you felt that and you fixed your body because body goes with spirit, body goes with mind, body goes with all of that stuff. So you fixed that. Devron out here, Devron sound like the next Huey P. Newton. These things are important, and we have to convey these things to our friends because a lot of people ain't going to be able to it. When I was doing teaching, and the reason why I reach out every so often, think about it. Y'all have never hit me up ever, and I didn't answer. Everybody has my number, stuff like that, and I haven't taught in 4 years. I make sure that I keep those lines of those extensions out there so that you'll always have somebody that you can reach to if you need to. And I knew that I had a special thing when I started teaching. When I first got the offer to teach, I didn't want to do it. But once I started doing it, I realized I was special. I said, oh, these kids relate to me.
Yeah, you impacted a lot of lives, man.
Yeah, but and I appreciate it, but I didn't know why because I didn't come in for that. And once I realized that, I said, yo, you gotta be that change. So even down to me and Bands talked about it. I stopped rapping when I started teaching. I couldn't do the back and forth with it. It was conveying two different messages. And I just didn't want to do it anymore. My raps was about my hustling stuff, my street stuff. It was my life, but it was just the negative parts of my life. Right. So and I'm like, then I'm coming back to school. I got people like Travis coming in there rapping my songs in front of the whole class, looking crazy as hell. Like, these things these things these real life situations. So again, we being the change that we want to see. So I had to make that change for that time that I was teaching to be that change. And I want y'all to know and be inspired to be the change that y'all want to see. Y'all, I don't want y'all to feel like y'all ain't got a chance out here. So, all right. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, just like your parents, you feel me? They gonna say, oh my God, that was a long time ago because she keep calling me old. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. I feel as though we had it bad. Do y'all feel as though, and most of y'all parents is the same age as around my age and stuff like that. Do y'all feel as though y'all got it harder than what we had it?
Nah, I feel like y'all had it way worse than we had it. I feel like y'all had it way worse.
So you think the older generations had it worse than what y'all? Keep in mind, I ain't from the Devron. Don't be trying to put me back with the 60s and stuff, revolutionary and we out there marching and stuff.
I mean,
as far as
like violence and stuff, I feel like we had it worse. But as far as like just dealing with like technology and the school system and stuff like that, I feel like y'all had it worse. I just feel like we only got it worse on that one because, you feel me, niggas just be killing for no reason.
I think we got it worse.
Go ahead, tell me why, man. Tell me why.
Because we had things like these social platforms like Instagram. And I think this generation try to keep up with people too much. And they try to be somebody that they not. Y'all didn't have that. Y'all didn't have Instagram, all that. It was you. This is how you is. But we got people that go on Instagram and be like, oh, I want this. I want to be like them. But they really not like that. And then they try to compare themselves.
All right.
He had not we. My parents and them had a song called "Keeping Up with the Joneses." Do y'all know Devron? You listen to older. Do y'all know what that is? Y'all ever heard of that?
You said I heard the keeping phrase. Up the what?
I heard that phrase.
All right, you heard the phrase. So that existed, keeping up with the Joneses. That existed. That might not even have been a song. Was that a song? I don't know. That might not even have been a song. I might be telling a whole lie. But it was a phrase. But it was keeping up with the Joneses. That's the same thing that fans is talking about, trying to keep up. But I think that it is different for y'all generation because definitely it's in your face. If bands got a Bentley, it's right there on Instagram for you to see. Now Meek got to go. He feeling like he got to go rob somebody just to get a Bentley to compare to Band's Bentley. You feel me? So and he might not even know Band's Bentley might not even have been hers. It might have been Devron's. Like these is how things go. But it's social media. I mean, I think I ain't gonna say what I think yet. We gonna let me go ahead. Me, what you think? Y'all got it worse or we got it
worse? It's always worse for both sides. It's like I have different perspectives. Like
this guy,
like you were saying,
politically correct person.
Like you say, like if Tay got a Benz, like, and we have more social platforms, we tend to have more criticism, and us as human beings, we get hungry to feed into people's opinions because we wanna know their opinions. Like we wanna let people see what we want to be and what we dream to be. Like we want people to see that. But back then, y'all didn't have like not that many platforms. Y'all was able to stay close, face to face. Y'all express yourselves freely.
We had no platform. It ain't that many. We had no platform.
No platforms.
What did we have? We had
y'all had the little pay phones outside.
We had pay phones outside, pages, and we
like
had we had to put in numbers to make. We had to put numbers in a certain way in the beat to make it say hello and I love you. 143 was I love you. But we did have a chat line. We had a chat line, y'all. That we that you could turn. That you could. Yeah, you could. What's the name? You could talk on the chat line to strangers. It was ridiculous. It made no sense.
Right.
But yeah, we had that. We had no platforms. I just wanted to correct that. Go ahead, me.
Well, y'all find a way like just to carry the OG stuff to us, like fake phones with the cans and the strings. Like y'all always found a way just to.
That's kind of old, bro.
Yo, if you think I had a phone with a can and a string,
I mean, that's kind of old, bro.
Well, stuff like that. Well,
me, your parents is older.
My father was like 50. My father was OG.
I'm 36, so it's different. Your father might have had a daggone can and a phone. I ain't had no can and no phone. But nah, we didn't have we didn't have platforms. We actually had to go outside.
Yeah, like y'all actually went outside.
Y'all had bikes,
they said artists and rappers have it better this generation because rappers back then had to actually go to New York and see if they can perform. But in this generation, all you gotta do is upload it on social media.
Yeah, fact.
Understand
That's
that.
why
I want you to understand music or just anything that you're trying to do right now. First of all, you can Google how to be a rapper. I had no answers on how to be a rapper. You can Google how to write a rap. You can Google what's a 16. You can Google everything that you want now. And it's a YouTube tutorial probably on all of that stuff. Just to make sure y'all know, go to YouTube, Cars Face Up page. Make sure you subscribe. Anyway, so look, you can see all of this stuff. Yo, I had to sell CDs out there. I'm gonna tell you this.
I was thinking about doing that too.
I chose to do negative stuff in my life. But I've had times that I was doing positive stuff, like selling CDs out the back of my trunk just to eat. Like literally. You got to think of what a tour would consist of. Let's say that you're going to do a tour from New York, or you're going to Philly, New York, Jersey, DC. You're just going to go around here, right? Nowhere is more than 4 hours away. How much gas did you use? That's hella gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're spending that's overhead right there. You also have to have hotel, room and board, things of that sort. That's overhead right there. You ain't made a dime yet, but you've already in the negative for overhead. Yo, the computer allows y'all to go wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go without leaving your bed. Mm-hmm. Think about it. We're all sitting right now talking like a one-on-one conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't near each other. So it gives you so much, you're able to have those meetings. So on a hustle tip, as far as what you're trying to do in life, music, all of that stuff, y'all definitely got to eat. Again, I ain't had no daggone phone and string and can. I don't even know if that works. But I didn't. I wasn't flying pigeons and putting little notes on their feet and flying them to the neighbor's house or somewhere. So and so Johnny's sick. Like, but it was different. We had, oh my goodness, yo, do y'all realize this will kill y'all today? Do y'all realize we had a busy signal? Do y'all know what a busy signal is on the phone? Yo,
A little
busy,
beep, like
yo,
that
that means that they on the phone. But we didn't have voice that was called waiting once we got it. But it was a time that you could not get through if a person was on their phone. So and you would be there for hours trying to get through. If they stay on that phone busy. Then we learned tricks like you could call the operator and she would cut through the line. And you call the operator, hey, it's emergency, I need you to cut through. They would cut through. You'd be on your phone and they'd be like, hello, excuse me, this is the operator and so is trying to get through. Like, that's how different it was. So if you had a little girlfriend that knew that you was cheating or a little boyfriend that knew that you was cheating, they used to cut through your line and be like, who you on the phone? It was crazy. But I don't think, like Devron said, for instance, murder was one of the things that made you feel like you had it harder, right?
Right.
But reality is, if you look at anybody ever like Google the statistics of Baltimore City? We all in Baltimore City. In 92, we had 353 murders too.
We used to have gang wars from here up to New York.
Yeah, but we've always had murders. It's always that's the crazy part, and I think that's what makes your generation have it so hard is the fact that, again, like I said in the beginning, everything is plastered in your face. Everything is plastered in your face. So being that it's plastered right there in your face, y'all got to see it. I didn't have to see it unless it directly affected me, or if I watched the news that night. The news only came on 3 times: 1 in the morning, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock at night. I wasn't watching no news. Like that don't even make sense. As a kid, it didn't make sense to me. So I wasn't watching. I don't watch the news now, but I get Facebook news. Social media gives me my news. But yeah, I like to hear y'all opinion on it. I'm glad that y'all had opinion. Y'all think that y'all got it worse. You feel me? And that's I think any generation probably feel like they had it worse. Because you gotta think, imagine about the people that Meech is talking about. They had to talk on strings and cans and shit. Like that had to be bad. So that they probably feel like they got it worse. Oh, we had to ride horses and stuff like that, like horse and carriage. So look, we're ending up. I want to do my last sponsor for today, which is, I want to take a second, to shout out this sponsor, which is an 18-year-old permanent makeup artist, Flawless Brows by Talia _, where you can get your ombre, micro shading, and micro blading at an affordable price. Hit her on Instagram and use the book now button to book an appointment. That address will be right below this video if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you hit her up, get your eyebrows and lashes, all that stuff done. 18-year-old, black owned, doing her thing. She's also one of my former students who's about to graduate from high school as well. Last question I got for you guys. What's one misunderstanding that adults have about your generation that gets on your nerves?
They don't allow us to grow.
They don't allow explain.
They're like parents. Like they want you to be that baby forever. Like my mother felt some type of way that I want to go to college in Atlanta, Atlanta University, because it's so far. She want me to go to Morgan, which is up the street from my house.
Facts. Morgan right up the street.
Just because she want me to be close to her, I'm like, no, I gotta live my life. Or even if she think like I'm too young to want to be in a relationship or something. I'm 17 years old. How is that too young?
I agree with Jay Barnes.
So yours is they don't want you to grow also?
I mean, my mother, you feel me? My father was incarcerated my whole life for real. Like he just came home like around my birthday last year. So it was just always my mother and my 2 older brothers. So of course, me being the baby, I got away with a lot of things. Like I got away with a lot for real. So it was like once she started saying like, "Oh, I'm starting to follow behind my brother," she was like, "Oh, how you feel?" Like, hold up. And then she used to, you feel me, just try to make sure I was always on the right path. But like now that I'm getting older, and she see the things that you feel me I do in my free time after I make sure all my stuff finished, she be like, okay, well, cool, and she kind of like let up now. Like she still check up on me here and there, but she don't got no like leash on me. You feel me? She ain't really like, oh well, you gotta stay in Maryland. Like she really don't care where I go to college at, as long as I take a master's college and get that degree. You feel me? Like she ain't really like that no more, but she used to be like, she used to just always call me her little baby. I'm talking about I'm 15, 16. Now you feel me? I'm 18 now, and she ain't really like that no more. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of miss, you feel me, stuff being like that, because it's like now it's like, damn, I'm ready to be in the real world now. And it's like, I barely be home. Like when you told me about this, I was like, I was over west at my brother's house. You feel me? Like that's probably where I'm at most of my time with my brothers now. So it was like sitting down, really talking about this, you feel me? It's cool. Cause that's how, you feel me, things really used to be. Like niggas used to be, my fault, but you feel me, like we used to be in school, in the classroom, every period, lunch period, just chopping it up. Even Miss Holland and like all of us, you feel me, really used to just be chopping it up. And like sometimes I really sit here and just listen to music and just, you feel me, just think about all of that.
That's real. That's real. Matrix, what's one of the misconceptions you think they have about your generation that you hate, like that you just can't stand?
Um, that's kind of a simple but hard question because I kind of like agree with what they saying, but as far as misconceptions, I guess you could say they think that we're unmotivated. I can't speak for like everybody though, so like they think that we're unmotivated, but like like people our age, they tend to, like what I said before, they don't know like what we want to do with our lives. So now this generation, we have programs, we have more programs, we have more technology, innovation of what we want to do, make it easier, but we don't think for ourselves. Like it's it's hard to explain, but that's the general
I
idea.
got you. You just feel like they feel like you're unmotivated. I feel you, but you kind of ain't got to show. I get what you're saying, Toby. I get it. Look, I want to thank y'all for coming on today. It means a lot to me. And the biggest thing that I want y'all to know, because all of y'all named me as being an influence to y'all life, but it's something that y'all may not know is you guys were a bigger influence to me than I ever could repay y'all back for. And that means a lot to me. You guys play a special part in my heart, as I always let y'all know. You feel me? And I just want y'all to be great. I hope y'all continue to be great. I know that you will continue to be great. You know, we're going to speak it into existence. We're not going to say, I hope that it happens. I know that whatever you guys choose, you are going to be great. Continue to be great. Continue to be special. Continue to be the change that you want to see, because there's somebody looking at you. There's somebody looking at you right now that's looking up to you, and they seeing the moves that you're making and the decisions that you're making, and they want to make those same moves. So always understand the power of your popularity, the power of being special, because that comes with a lot. I thank y'all. Is there anything y'all want to say to the public?
Uh, get the word out. Tune into this podcast. Oh,
Yeah,
get
fact,
the word out.
fact.
Definitely tune into this podcast. Make sure
Well,
you
let me
like,
promote my
subscribe.
music then. If we talking about the public,
Well, you were supposed that's what the end is for. Don't just promote it though, tape man. You gotta give them a 16 or something. Please
why?
promote.
No reason. I knew you was gonna say that.
Oh, you scared? You scared, man?
I ain't scared.
If you scared, say you scared.
I'm not scared.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Chevron, she looking scared.
Nah, look, she got that up, man. She got that up
Bands,
in her for real.
let us hear something and then let's go out like that, y'all. So I want to say peace to y'all. As always, I'm always available. Hit me up whenever. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart.
Vice
And
versa.
we gonna let Bands close us out. And Bands, tell them after you finish your 16, tell them where they could get your music at or where to follow you at.
I bet. Bands, listen. In my own lane, I don't need no traffic. Money keep me sane. I got spending money habits. I need a gold chain since I want it. It's gonna happen. My life getting real sane. I don't even know how it happened. I got them big racks. That's the only thing I'm chasing. I ain't never looking back. Spend so much time being patient. You telling me to relax? I don't have time to keep wasting. If it ain't feeding my pockets, why we having conversations? I've been the main topic. I'm really why they hate me. I'm forever locked in. I've been in my bed lately. Why they keep on watching? It's starting to really irritate me. You know, I got hella options. Why about to trip on you, baby? I'm moving real silent and land real low. Money been piling, is about to overflow. Yeah, this perfect time. They like Benji ready blow. My time finally arriving, so I already know. I don't have no other route. Yeah, it's my only hope. I know I gotta make it out, so I ain't putting this on hold. Had to figure it all out, cause I ain't never going broke. They see me on the pit with route. I didn't gave these niggas hope. Bang.
Shorty I told you she had that up in her. I told you she had that up in her just now. I swear to God.
You ended it like bang. I love it. Look, you know I'm your biggest fan, man. I'm always rooting for you. Tell them where to find your music at, where to follow you at.
Find my music on Apple Music, Spotify, anything, any Triller, TikTok. All you gotta type in Tay Bands, TAYYBANDZ. I have one link that serves all my links for YouTube and my videos and my music is on in my bio. Is a Linktree link in my bio on Instagram. TheReal.TayBands with TAYYBANDZ.
Go tune into that.
Make sure y'all follow, listen, subscribe to my YouTube. Make sure y'all go find Tay Band's music. Devron, Meatball, Tay. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.